Hey, it's Golden Buddha back with some more RPG stories for your listening entertainment. And today we have a story about how a deck of many things completely fucked a campaign, which, yeah, they tend to do that. Roll post. My friend and I are playing in a homebrew campaign that our DM friend came up with, and so far it has been going well. However, after completing a mission, our Path of the Grave cleric decided to use his divine intervention, which miraculously worked, and used it to heal our lobotomized wizard. Having done that, our wizard decided that he owed him a favor, in which the wizard decided that we wanted to use the wizard's simulacrum to draw cards from the deck of many, which our DM allowed. Okay, the worst that could happen would be the void card, right? Because the souls of the simulacrum and the wizard are connected. So, what's the worst that could happen? We were gravely mistaken. So, our cleric asked to draw 3 cards. It doesn't sound so bad, right? That's what we thought too. The first card that was drawn was the Sun, which just increased the simulacrum's level by 1 and dropped a wondrous item, which the cleric took. The second card that was drawn was the Skull card, which the simulacrum quickly dispatched with a volley of fireballs. Then, it happened. The third card was the Knight card, giving us a fighter NPC companion, Katrina, that the cleric was going to use as a card slave. "I'm going to have the NPC draw 5 more cards for me," said the cleric. So, for the purpose of simplicity, I'm going to keep the description short. 4. The Fates. We can retcon an event. 5. Rogue. Someone now hates our NPC knight. 6. Skull. Fight another Grim Reaper, but was retconned by the Fates. Then the 7th card came. Lo and behold, another Knight card. Another NPC that looked exactly the same as the first NPC appeared before us, which we could only infer to be a twin or the same NPC from a different dimension. So, 2 card slaves for our cleric. At this point, everyone was shaking their head, but there was only 1 more card left, so the NPC drew it. The Dungeon card. The NPC was whisked away, leaving only the second card slave, which the cleric, again, asked her to draw 5 more cards, as follows. 8. The Idiot. The NPC received -2 intelligence. 9. Talons. No effect as the NPC did not have any magical items. 10. Vizier. Yay, DM questions. 11. The Gem. The cleric is now 50,000 GP richer in gems. 12. The Key. We got a magic item, except all our equips were much stronger at the moment. After the drawing of 12 cards, we decided to stop there and continue on with our quest. After a turn of events regarding a giant fear demon in the Feywild, we, more specifically our cleric and lawful good paladin sorcerer, Oblivion Guard, were given the task, or more like a threat, by a witch to receive the heart of a mechanized demon lord within 10 days. That wasn't as bad as we thought, as we had already had our sights set on killing this demon lord as well. This, however, did not sit well with our cleric, who was certain of our inevitable demise against the demons. In a panic, he ordered the second slave to draw 5 more cards. Our wizard also had his simulacrum do the same with 2 cards. Before all this happened, this NPC formed some bonds with my character and a few of the other NPCs that we had around our player home. So if you're reading this DM, thanks a lot. Now I have yet another emotional connection with an NPC. The cards drew were as followed. Wizard. 13. The Fool. His simulacrum is now at the same level as before. 14. Talons. No magic item on hands. No magic items on hand. The cleric's NPC. 15. Talons. Once again, no magic items. 16. The Moon. Alright, 3 wishes! 17. The Star. She regains her 2 intelligence. This is where the chain reaction starts. The NPC drew the Void card, sucking her soul out of her body. As her body became cold and lifeless, our lawful good paladin sorcerer finally had enough and demands the cards, in which he was able to confiscate. He deemed that if the party wanted to use the cards, then they should do so by themselves, not harming the lives of others through a proxy. Otherwise, the cards were dangerous and should not be messed with. Pretty reasonable, I would say. Then, he gave the cards back to the cleric. That night, as he was still panicked about the raid against the demons, the cleric decided to draw 2 cards. He took off all his items, putting them into a bag of holding on his bed, and wrote a will/suicide note for the party in case something were to happen to him. First card drawn, Dungeon. And so, the cleric was gone. The morning after, the party was having breakfast when they noticed that our cleric was missing. So the paladin and I went to his room to find his gear, the note, and the deck of cards with the donjon card faced up. I retrieved the gear after a few goddammits, but the paladin took the cards and left. So I decided to go back to the dining table and tell them what happened. A few hours go by and our paladin was walking around the outskirts of our player home and decided he would pull one card from the deck. If it was good, then that would benefit the party. If it was bad, then that would prove his point. As he drew the card, he looked at it, smiled, and said, "Told you so." Cut back to the rest of our party. We were at the stables when suddenly a pack of cards flew our way, landing on the ground with the dungeon card facing up. So now the remainder of our party, an EDK, me, a wizard, and a warlock sorcerer have to rescue 2 party members, 2 NPCs, and kill a demon lord, all within the span of 10 days. Too long, didn't read. The party drew 20 cards from the deck of many things, causing 2 of them to get dungeoned while we are on a quest with a time limit. End post. Yeah, this is fucking hilarious. Deck of many things are wonderful to mess with, and if I was in this position, if I was in the DM's position in this, I would have totally fucked them over on those wishes that they got, because you said one of them got 3 wishes. And I'm assuming they just wished for good old party stuff, you know, like, oh, we want more money, or oh, we want these items. Yeah, no, like, they're NPCs. That doesn't mean that, like, they're not slaves. Just because a knight is loyal to you, that doesn't mean he's going to follow your every single command. Like, he's not suicidal. And I always thought that was kind of weird, too. Oh, you just have a knight that pops up, and it's just, hey, he's a retainer, and I will follow you forever. But me, again, if I was to do that, I would, like, tie it to your backstory and be like, oh, yeah, turns out you're actually, like, a noble or something, or way back in the day, your mom hired these guys to protect you, and they did a shit job, and now they popped up again. You know, try to work it in there. Don't just be like, bloop, there they are. They were definitely pushing their limits in this, with the whole simulacrum drawing the cards and having the golem draw it. See, that's the kind of shit we try to avoid when you pull out those things. Yeah, if they would have tried this whole, oh, I'm gonna use a proxy thing in my place, yeah, no, I wouldn't have. I mean, I would have let them do it, but it would have been completely different. You can really make a whole campaign based around finding a deck of many things, because a deck of many things is that powerful. A deck of many things can change a campaign. And really they're meant for players, because, you know, you can draw stuff that lets you ask the DM a question. Like, the NPC doesn't know what the fuck a DM is. Don't just say, oh, well, yeah, they're following you, so obviously they would make this wish, you know. No, like, they have their NPCs, they have their own goals, they have their own lives. What if that random knight wanted to rule a kingdom? What if this random knight wanted to burn down a town? Like, what if, you don't know this guy's alignment. You know, he could be an asshole for all you know. You know, the only thing you know for the fact is that he's loyal to that character. But what about the rest of these guys? What if he wants the party dead? What if he's racist? You know, what if he sees a drow in the party and he's like, oh god, I hate drows. They killed my family. Fuck them. I'm gonna wish for all drows in this region to just die. Yeah, that's what wishes can do. That's how powerful wishes are in D&D. You can just do shit. But it's a good story. I had fun with it. Anyways, like and subscribe for more content. Feel free to join our Discord and, you know, stop by and say hi. And as always, this is Golden Buddha telling you to stay enlightened.